What's up everyone, Joe Gray here today to talk about cable attachments for triceps. If we look at the big three lifts, the bench press has historically been my weakest lift. So when I look at cable attachments, triceps are one that truly intrigue me to help track down the best possible options so I can not only fill out a shirt, but also chase down that 405-pound bench press. Today we're going to take a look at my favorite cable attachments for training triceps, mix in some anatomy and some tips and tricks for getting the most out of your cable attachments as well. If you didn't know, this video is part of a series on cable attachments where I've done the same thing with back, legs, chest, shoulders, biceps, as well as listed out what I believe to be the first 5 attachments you should add to your collection. If that sounds like something that jives with you, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. Some quick housekeeping items for you. Some of these attachments I bought myself. Some were sent to me for free. Some I have an affiliate link, and others I have nothing at all. To keep it simple, let's just say that at the end of this video, if you want to grab anything I mentioned today, I will have links in the description for you. Using those links will help what I do and cost you nothing. I appreciate your support. Let's dig into some cable attachments. Let's kick it off with a quick triceps breakdown. The triceps are made up of 3 muscles, hence triceps. We have the lateral head, which puts size on the side of our arm, which gives us that horseshoe look. The long head, which shows up on the back side of the arm, and the medial head, which sits down the middle, which beefs up the overall size of the arm itself. All 3 heads work to extend the elbow, but the long head is a little more complicated, as it also connects into the shoulder joint, which means it works to pull your arms down. So that head is fully stretched when overhead and fully contracted when it comes down and behind you. So anything that extends at the elbow should target all 3 heads pretty well, but we may need some specific exercises to hit that long head fully. Keep those concepts in mind as we move into our discussion on cable attachments. First up are my current go-to favorite cable attachments for triceps, and these are the Ergo Handles from Pin. Originally, they came bundled together as a single cable attachment attached with a rope, but since they have released an individual pair, which you can connect with a daisy chain so you can use them one at a time or together. These are great for a couple of reasons. First is that the handles themselves fit very nicely in the hands due to the unique hand shape. Myself and my wife use these without any issues, though my daughter does struggle with them a little bit, so adults of most sizes should be good to go, but if you are a ginormous or very tiny human being, these might not work as well for you. Second is that the grips have a stopper at the end, which is fantastic for that extra stability and security when pushing your sets really hard. Much, much better than an open-ended handle design. Third is that for triceps extensions, or what some people call press downs, the length of the cable using a daisy chain allows us to get our arms fully extended, where a more traditional rope and other cable attachments do not. This means we can fully shorten the triceps and get more bang for our buck here. The first time you really hit that end range, you're going to feel it and realize you've been missing something for quite a while. And last, you can not only train typical extensions, but also train overhead extensions, crossbody extensions, and a number of variations that will allow you to get a lot out of one handle. My 2 go-to exercises for these take advantage of this. First is the basic triceps extension. I like to get in a position where when my arms come up at the top, my biceps are essentially running into my forearms. This gives me the most range of motion and potential stretch I can get from this exercise on the triceps at the top. And then I focus on extending that elbow and squeezing all the way back. When I say all the way back, I mean all the way back. Make sure to get those triceps fully flexed back. Depending on the setup of your cable machine, you can play with whether you stand upright or bend over a little bit. The focus here is to hit the fully shortened position for the triceps by getting our hands and arms all the way back. I'm going to say it again, all the way back, and ideally behind our torso. Make sure you are actively squeezing with the pinky and ring fingers, as those have connection into the triceps and lats, which should give you a better mind-muscle connection and improve the stability in the movement. You can even think about flexing your lats if this helps you as well. The second is a movement I got from Coach Kaz of N1 Education that he calls the lengthened overloaded triceps extensions. It's kind of a mouthful. He probably needs to come up with a shortened acronym or something like that. You're going to get a monster stretch in the starting position here and get a really nasty contraction at the end range. And because our hands are above our head, we're hitting the long head in the lengthened position this time. If you have a dual cable setup, you can play with two hands at once, but I personally prefer to do this one arm at a time and really lock in. Try to focus on keeping that shoulder strong and in a stable position and only moving from the elbow. Again, use that pinky cue and you'll be cooking on this one. Next up is a set of attachments I like to use for triceps push-downs. First is the new mag palm press. I mentioned this in the back video, but I think it is a better triceps handle than a back handle. You can use it for triceps extensions, but it isn't competing with the gym Pin Ergo handles anytime soon. For press downs though, we get a unique setup with the flat and wide paddle and the nubs that help guide and secure our hands. The flat position on the wrists could lead to some pain for some individuals that are lacking wrist mobility, so keep that one in mind. Second, and this one is my favorite, is the TK Star Larry Scott tricep bar. TK is the original mastermind of gym equipment design and fabrication, having built a number of pieces for the original Gold's Gym in Venice Beach. You'll find his equipment in some of the top tier commercial gyms in the US, including places like DMV Iron. The Larry Scott tricep bar is, in my opinion, pretty much perfect for pushdowns. The fat handle, knurling, angles, the locked-in carabiner hook make for the best movement possible. Be forewarned though, TK stuff is expensive and is often on a massive wait list. He is a master craftsman working by himself to produce the best equipment out there, which takes time. The big win for pushdowns for us as an exercise in general is likely the amount of weight you can use for this movement. So make sure you work to get a full range of motion using that pinky cue to really engage the triceps. Ideally, you stay as upright as you can to keep it all in the triceps as opposed to transferring anything to your chest or shoulders, and then overload the heck out of them with some heavy weights. Okay, the last ones on my list are going to be items I own but don't use as often, or that I don't own but think you might want to check out anyway. First up is the Troy VTX Butterfly. If you watched the biceps video, you saw the super curl. This is its cousin for triceps. The handles rotate, allowing your hands and wrists to move comfortably during the exercise. The reason this isn't higher on the list though is because of the lack of range of motion and the fact that it is, unfortunately, only a one-trick pony. It was further up on my list in previous years until I snagged the Ergo handles and had that wow moment of clarity. It is a truly cool attachment, but just not at the top tier I used to have it at. Next up are a few from the biceps video that can double for triceps. The Hog Legs boar tusks from LPG Muscle with the different hand positions available allow you to get pretty creative in how you use this. Pushdowns, extensions, overhead extensions, reverse grip extensions, you get it. The Bells of Steel curl bar can be used for extension work as well. In fact, Jeff Nippard has overhead extensions on a cable machine using an easy curl style bar in his S tier exercise list for triceps. And the Kaz handles can be used in a similar fashion as the gym Pin Ergo handles. You can even use the Arm Assassin top curl from a high cable position and target the triceps and the underside of the forearm. You can also go with the tried and true V-bar like my American barbell option. One of my favorite complexes is to start with pushdowns, move to overhead extensions, then to reverse grip extensions as I drop weight each time. I call these Cerberus extensions as I hit all three heads of the tricep in a single set. And of course, you can always grab something like my IPR Fitness ISO handle straps. Straps like these and from Spud Inc. and others can be used for a number of triceps extension style exercises, pushdowns, you name it. I find that the handle isn't as comfortable when the weight gets heavier compared to something like the Ergo handles, but they are an option. Companies like Rogue, American Barbell, Black Widow Training Gear, and many more are making cable attachments in various V-shapes, bends, finishes, neural patterns, and more. So if you have an eye for something specific, it's probably out there. You just have to decide what is right for your home gym and not. And that, my friends, are my favorite cable attachments for triceps. What do you think? Do you own any of these? Did I forget your favorite triceps cable attachment? Maybe you learned about a new one today that you're going to grab, or at least took home some tips and tricks to better execute your lifts. Let me know in the comments. Remember that I've got links in the description for everything I mentioned today, as well as the full cable attachment series, so you can check that out as well. If you liked the video, hit that thumbs up. If you want to see more of what I've got coming, hit that subscribe button, and I'll be back with more home gym awesomeness for all of you very soon. Peace.